From America's farm to Fort Capital and some of the richest farmland in the world, it's time for What's in Season with Michael Marks. Sponsored by Meals on Wheels Sacramento County and powered by SMUD.
Well, welcome to this episode of What's in Season with Michael Marks. What a fun show we have for you today. It's all about melons. There's more to the world of melons than just cantaloupe, honeydew, and watermelon. We've got so many other melons, and we have a melon farmer with us. Oh, I can't wait to talk to Nicole Sal, talking about how hard it is to grow melons. And then, of course, we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Davis Farmers Market, one of the best farmers markets in all of the United States. And we have the general manager with us today. Oh my goodness, Randy McNear is going to be here with us today. And then of course we have Mandy Bottoms from Ag in the Classroom, just for kids. And we have Cindy from the Office of Oral Health at the California Department of Public Health, teaching us how to get our kids back into the oral health habit as they start school. And then of course Julio Camberos Jr. is with us. What's he doing? Something with melons. So let's get started. Hey, you know, there's a brand new melon out. One of the things I love about my job, there's always brand new things coming out. This is called a waterlope. It's developed and now being grown here in California, developed by Melissa's Produce. And it looks like a muskmelon. You cut it open, it looks like a muskmelon, but when you bite into it, it tastes just like a watermelon, the crunch, the juiciness. So let's get started. Nicole Sal is with us today. Sal Orchards in Wheatland. How long has your farm been around?
Well, I'm actually a third generation,
All right.
And we've been in Wheatland 30 plus years. We started here in Orangeville. My family immigrated over and we've never given up since then. Started
with walnuts and then started growing a whole bunch of other stuff,
yes,
right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's beautiful soil out there. That's alluvial floodplain out there. From what river is that?
We're in between two rivers, the Feather River and the Bear River.
So you have some really good soil.
We do. Excellent.
And you grow a lot of melons.
I do.
Watermelons and a lot of mixed melons. What are some of the different fun melons that you get to grow?
Our favorite and family favorite, customer favorite is the king of melons, as you know, the Crenshaw.
The Crenshaw.
Yes.
They're getting smaller these days, aren't they?
Yeah, they're trying to make a more personal size.
Yeah, I remember when I first got in the produce industry, the Crenshaws were massive and they were huge.
We have some of those as well.
Okay,
yeah,
that was my mom's favorite melon.
Yeah,
the Crenshaw
it is
melon.
an exceptional melon. Yeah.
Super sweet and juicy. It's like
fragrant.
Eating.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. What are some of the other cool melons that
we
you
have
grow?
a snow leopard, which is really popular.
Yes.
Some of it referred to as a dino egg.
A dino egg.
It's spotted. It's really fun.
Kids love that one.
Yes, correct. And our new up and coming that's been real popular has been this one.
The Korean melon.
Yes.
Right there.
Yes.
Why do people like that one?
It is an edible skin.
That's right.
Sometimes it's referred to as a cucumber melon, very crunchy. It also it stores really well. As you slice it, a lot of melons only last a couple days. They kind of get soft or slimy. And this one will last 5 to 7 days in the fridge sliced.
That is very nice. So Nicole, give me two of your favorite melons.
Without question, it's our red seeded melon, the watermelon, and then the Crenshaw.
The seeded watermelon.
The seeded watermelon.
Seeded watermelons will always taste sweeter than a seedless.
Absolutely.
Always. So you love that one. And what's the second one you love?
The Crenshaw.
The Crenshaw.
Yeah.
That's your favorite.
You can't go wrong with the king.
So how hard is it to grow melons?
It's not super difficult. You just have to kind of learn your way, I guess. A lot of people assume that melons take a lot of water because they're so juicy, and they actually don't take a lot of water. They like their toes wet and maybe damp, but not a lot. You have to get the watering routine down, because if you overwater or water the wrong time of day in the heat, let's say, the melons will crack. And you'll lose a lot of your productivity.
Just like cherries crack when it rains.
Correct.
Oh, really?
Correct, yeah.
And you don't want to lose melons to a crack.
No, we don't.
Where can we find your melons?
We are at farmers markets in the foothills area, so Roseville, Auburn. We have a farm stand right on the location. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 4. And we're also on food hubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Nicole, thanks for being with us. It's
Thank
so
you for
much fun
having
to
me.
be with you. Hey, coming up, don't go away, because Randy McNear is here. We're celebrating 50 years of the Davis Farmers Market. Oh, I am so excited today. It's the 50-year anniversary this month of the Davis Farmers Market, one of the oldest farmers markets here in California, one of the best farmers markets in all of the United States. 50 years, and for 48 of those years, Randy McNair, you've been the executive director of that market. I love coming down to your market. It is so fun. Randy, thanks so much for being with us today.
It is such a pleasure and such an honor to be doing this and to be here for 48 years and to be celebrating the 50th anniversary. Everybody is so excited.
That is a big deal, isn't it? What's the exact date of the...
So the exact date of the community celebration is Saturday, August 1st, during market hours from 8 to 1.
Okay. So tell us the history of the Davis Farmers Market. Where did that all start?
Davis Market started in 1976 by some UCD students, actually.
Really?
There's a lot of stories on the website about the very detailed, it's a very long history. At that time, there were no farmers markets in California that were certified, which means that the growers are the ones who are selling to the public. No resale, no flea markets. It's actually real farmers selling to the public.
Their real food that they grew.
Real food. So we had to create a whole certified farmers market industry in California. And these markets, there's 800 of them in the state of California now.
Look what you started. Oh my goodness. So what drew you to the Davis Farmers Market 48 years ago?
Well, I'm a New York girl. I'm used to cement, but I'm a foodie. And I went to Antioch College in Ohio, came out to California, and was a huge canner. Met the two founders of the Davis Farmers Market, Jeff and Annie, and they asked me if I'd can 1,500 pints of their very first organic apricot jam.
Oh my goodness.
I did that for them. They sold it at the market, they sold it at the co-op. They're still making that jam today. And then they said, what are you doing with the rest of your life? You want to come work for us at the market?
Really? That's how it started.
That's
for
how
you.
it started.
So what's a Saturday look like for you guys? What's a Saturday farmers market look like?
Well, we get there at 4 a.m. because we have to put all the cones out, we have to set everything up. A lot of farmers are early birds. Some farmers are late birds, but some of them get there 5 a.m. and they're setting up, and we turn all the lights on, open all the bathrooms. We do have quite the facility in Davis, you know, beautiful.
It's a covered market, so when it rains, you're covered.
We're covered. When it's hot, it really is a year-round market, and it really creates stability for the market and creates that kind of European ambiance of a covered community marketplace.
So you started with 3 farmers. How many farmers come out to the market now at the peak of the season?
We have 65 to 70 farmers that come out. You know, the thing about Davis that's so interesting, and you know that because you come out there, that we are full year round.
Yes.
We try to have the same amount of farmers year round. Once farmers start selling with us, they never want to leave. So it does make it difficult, but we could have more farmers. We just don't have the space. And then we have about 30 other types of vendors, farm fresh bakeries and food vendors, and
got to get my apple strudel out there every time I'm there.
Yes, you've got to get your apple strudel. There are some of the bakeries now, Frog Hollow, that are making their apple strudels from the apples they grow on their farm.
Isn't that right?
So I will bring you to that person.
Okay, I like that. I'll do that. Thank you so much for being with us, Randy. It was so fun talking with you about the 50 years.
Yes, thank you for asking me.
Oh, you bet. And don't go away. Guess who's here? Ag in the Classroom, Mandy Bottoms, just for kids. Hey, get out your dichotomous key. What in the world is a dichotomous key? Well, we brought the right person to talk about that. Mandy Bottoms from Ag in the Classroom is here. So you have a dichotomous key, a very big 4-syllable word. What in the world does that mean?
Yeah, we're sharing a activity today that you can do at home, and it's about a dichotomous key, which is basically, you've probably seen them. They look a little bit like those question trees. Kids love doing them, but they're actually used in science because that's how there's a million organisms out there, and some of them are really hard to identify. And so scientists come up with a way that you can see the physical attributes of living things, or melons in this case, and you can ask questions that can help guide you to identifying it correctly.
I love that. Kind of like being a Lewis and Clark adventurer, right? That's what you're doing.
And we developed this at Ag in the Classroom, and we were working on it. We were like, well, let's just give them a dichotomous key. And they were like, wait, they can create their own dichotomous key. All they need to do is observe the different qualities of melons and then figure out what questions can they ask to help split the group, and you just keep splitting it till you have one melon left.
Oh
so
my goodness,
we're going to do that today.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So, I tell moms and dads and grandparents all the time, take your kids to the market and let them pick out the melon of the week. Because you can find 15 different varieties of melons. So let the kids pick out their own and then get out their dichotomous key.
Yes, and they can create it. So we have 5 different melons here, and you do not have to go and buy 5 melons. In fact, you could buy 2 and just use that as an example. We actually, on this worksheet, which we'll share with you, it has images of the different melons. So if you don't want to go buy 5, there's images of 5 different melons on there. And basically you look at the melons and there's a chart on there, and they start thinking about how are they different. So they look at each melon variety, and let's do honeydew as an example. So this is a honeydew melon, and the first question is, what is the skin color? And I'll let you share. Oh, this one's a little bit tricky to describe. How would a kid describe this?
Whitish, beige,
Yeah.
Little green tinge to it.
Yeah, a little bit green. What about the flesh color?
Well, it's white and green.
Yeah.
White around the seed cavity.
Yeah, and you can see that there's this dark green kind of around the outside by the skin. And then what about the texture of the skin? What does it feel like to you?
Oh, well, right now it's very smooth.
Definitely.
As it ripens, it'll get a little sticky.
Yep, okay, great. And then is there anything else that you notice about this melon that might set it apart from other melons?
It's nice and big.
Okay, great. Size is another great way.
Okay.
So students go through that, or your kids at home go through that, and they do it for every single melon, talking about the skin, the flesh, texture, all of that. And they can use their own words. They don't have to have special science words for it, whatever they do. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start thinking of questions that can help you split the group. So Michael, what would be a question that could take all of these melons and divide it into 2 groups, thinking about those traits that we just talked about?
A smooth skin versus a net.
Exactly.
That muskmelons would have.
So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's put the honeydew over here.
Smooth skin.
Smooth skin, and
Santa Claus is a smooth skin.
And then
Canary is a smooth skin. So we've separated them.
Now we've separated, and we have 2 over here that have the rough, or we call it netted in the industry. Okay, so now we take these groups and we want to split them even more.
Okay.
So let's take, what question would you ask about these 2 melons that could
Color
split
of the
it?
Flesh.
Exactly. So does it have orange flesh? Yes goes over here. No would go over here. And we've sorted those out. So now they could ask 2 questions, the texture of the skin and the color of the flesh, and they'll be able to identify these 2 melons. This, we got 3 over here.
Yes,
so how could we divide these guys up?
Color of the skin.
Okay, let's do it again. So after we do texture of the skin, let's do color. So what would the color be, or the question?
Well, we got a yellow one there, canary color.
Great. So does it have yellow skin? Could go over there.
This is actually called toad skin. So it kind of like looks like a skin of a toad.
So let me stop you there, because one tricky thing about dichotomous key is it can only be 1 question per trait. So even though we have 3 attributes here, you can only ask 1 question at a time. So this question would be, does it have yellow skin?
Okay.
Yes goes here, no's over here, and then we have to ask 1 more question to split these last 2. So we've done a lot about the skin. Could we do something about the inside? That's going to be a little tricky for this one. They're pretty similar. What do you think?
Yeah, they have a greenish, whitish flesh. This totally white flesh.
Yeah. So how could we split these 2?
You'd have to taste it.
I love that.
Yeah,
you're the expert. So how would you say these 2 taste different?
Well, this is going to be super sweet.
Okay, great.
Especially they came from your farm. They're super sweet.
So the question could be, is the melon very sweet? And the kids could taste it, and they would say, okay, the honeydew, yes,
is it juicy?
Very sweet. And then this one, no. Another one I thought about is there space between the seeds? They might be able to see that.
What's a seed cavity like?
Yeah, what's the seed cavity like?
Okay.
So they can do that. And then we actually have a worksheet where they can diagram it out, so they have a visual to go with it too. And then they should definitely eat the melons
Get your
afterwards.
kids, yes, definitely eat the melons. Dichotomous key. Tell us how they could get this dichotomous key.
Yes, this is on our website, learnaboutag.org. This is part of our farm to school resources. So we work with schools school districts across the state, provide them with resources that help teachers bring farming and food into their classroom. And so this activity is in there too.
I'm so glad you brought the honeydew. I'm going to eat that honeydew.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us, Mandy. Hey, don't go anywhere. Cindy is with us from the Office of Oral Health at the California Department of Public Health, talking about getting your kids back in the habit of brushing their teeth. All right, kids are getting back into school this month, so we thought we would bring in a dental hygienist from the Office of Oral Health from the California Department of Public Health. Cindy Yamasaki, thank you so much for being with us today. Oh my goodness. So first question I've got to ask you, what's one of the biggest mistakes that we make in our oral hygiene?
That's a great question, Michael, because everybody has different brushing routines. The most important thing about brushing and flossing is removing plaque.
Oh.
Plaque is the bacteria that causes gum disease and periodontal disease. And brushing just takes 2 minutes twice a day. And remembering to brush the gum line, 45-degree angle right along the gum line, and then little switch, and then swish out.
And don't forget that tongue.
And don't forget to brush your tongue.
Okay, so how important is oral health for our kids that are heading back to school? How important is that?
Oral health is extremely important for children because healthy teeth support speech development, learning, nutrition, and self-confidence. Unfortunately, tooth decay is one of the most common chronic conditions in children.
Really? It's a chronic condition for our little ones?
Yes, 5 times more common than asthma.
So how important is soda and sports drinks and all of those?
Sugar-sweetened beverages, sodas, sports drinks, and snacking on candy causes acid attacks. The bacteria in plaque take the sugar and turn it into acids, which break down the enamel, outer surface of your tooth.
That's not a good thing, I suppose.
That's not a good thing.
Okay.
And if you snack and drink sip-on beverages, then you're exposed to continuous acid attacks. So as you can see, there's a lot of sugar, and sugar not only affects your teeth, it can contribute to heart disease and diabetes.
I don't think parents realize there's a ton of sugar in those sports drinks, right? It's not just in soda pop, it's in those sports drinks. Let me ask you a question. What advice would you give to parents in helping their kids get in the habit of good oral hygiene?
Oh.
Help us parents.
Consistency.
Oh.
Modeling good behavior, modeling good flossing, making it fun. Using those fun tools and let kids have fun and play, and using rewards, timers, songs, and just consistency, making it a routine and making it fun.
I like that. I think we as parents and grandparents, we can do that. Make it a routine. Quick question for me. Do we use manual or electric?
Personal preference.
Personal preference.
Yes. Electric toothbrushes are great if you have difficulty with hand coordination.
Okay.
Yes.
What about toothpaste? Do we use too much toothpaste on our toothbrushes?
Well, not really. Small children should only use a rice size. And
small amount.
Yes, and then or a pea size, depending on your age.
Okay. Finally, one final question for you. Give me a golden rule for oral health.
Remove the plaque every day.
Okay. Remove the plaque. You heard her. Okay.
Remove the plaque every day. 2 and 2. 2 minutes, twice a day. Floss daily. Choose water instead of a sugar-sweetened beverage. And if you can't floss, you can also rinse, swish, or use xylitol products. Ask your dentist about xylitol products.
Okay. Cindy, thank you so much for being with us, helping us get our kids ready for school and better oral hygiene. Hey, don't go away. Chef Julio Camberos Jr. is here. We're doing something with melons. Can't wait to show you. Don't go away. All right, Chef Julio Camberos Jr., we've got melons today. You're going to make a caprese salad with melons. I love that idea.
Well, yes.
First of all, teach us how to get into that melon.
Well, first of all, what I'm using here is a Tuscan melon. It's a premium cantaloupe variety. Got the netting, but these deep grooves in there. So, and then before we even do handle the melon, we're going to wash it. Oh, it's very important.
Why
I
do you
wash
wash
it?
it?
Well, it's growing in the ground. Okay. And it has these grooves in there, so there could be some sediment of dirt in there. You want to wash that off. So I actually wash them soap and water and rinse them before I put it on the board.
Okay.
This way, when I go to cut it. So the way I'm going to cut it is I kind of look at it. I'm going to cut one end right here. I'll turn it right there and just be sure that it's straight. This way, we're restarting with a even surface. And then since this is a Tuscan melon, it's a little thinner on the flesh, so I'll come down. I'm right-handed, so I'll turn this melon into me so I can see that I don't overcut that flesh. Okay, so I'll just here, and I go with the shape of the melon, so it still looks like a melon when I'm done.
So you're cutting around the circumference of this melon.
Correct.
Is that a fancy French word called supreme?
I don't know. Anyway, from here, I'm going to cut the melon right down the center. And then what I do is, you can see the seeds right there. And I just simply get a spoon and I'll seed this melon right here.
Is it seed or de-seed?
De-seed. I just scoop it out with the spoon.
Okay.
Okay? And now from here, if there's any remaining green, you could just shave it off right there. But you can see it generally looks like a half a melon.
Perfect.
Okay? And then I'm going to cut about half-inch slices. I like it about a half inch, not too thin, because when you go to bite the melon, this is a Tuscan, it's very sweet.
Very aromatic.
And you want that juice to kind of burst in your mouth, I feel.
Okay.
So then I will just simply lay some melon slices down here, and there's no really fancy way to do it. You're just going to lay them down because the salad is...
Kids or grandkids could help you do this part, right?
Here I have burrata cheese, and I'm just going to slice it, and you're not going to slice it too thin either because it's soft-centered. And then I'm just going to simply arrange some of these burrata slices on top of the melon.
Okay, so this would be a great appetizer or a great salad.
Very good, very easy. Lay it down, and then here we have some basil leaves. I'm just gonna, it's very simple. It's not fancy, it's just a composed salad with all the nice...
I noticed you tore some of those. Does that just get the aroma going?
It just gets the aroma going, and then they don't look too big as either. So here is some olive oil, so extra virgin olive oil. I'm just gonna pour this on, and you could be a little generous with it, because that's the dressing of the salad. And this is aged white balsamic vinegar.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go. And then I'm going to use fresh cracked black pepper. And it's better just to get your whole peppercorns and grind it like in your coffee grinder.
Grind it yourself, yes.
Right. And then here I have sea salt. So we'll just do it up here. Just a little light sea salt. I have pistachios.
Oh, our California pistachio farmers are happy now.
Toasted pistachios. And then here we'll just start arranging some of this.
Whoa, what's that fancy thing you've got there?
Little kitchen tweezers.
Tweezers.
For that and other little delicate things like that. So here we put it. The prosciutto on, and of course we're in California. Some of the little edible dianthus and pansies out of my garden, and that's pretty much your salad. Very easy to compose, put together, but it'll make anybody look like a five-star chef in their home when they present a melon salad like that.
And let me ask you, you used a Tuscan melon. Can we use any melon?
You can use any melon.
You can use a mix of melons?
You can use a mix of melon. I'd prefer a more riper melon that's sweeter to contrast against the salt of the prosciutto.
And remember, Chef Julia Childs said that all melons should be served at room temperature. That's when they have the best aroma.
Well, anything sweet probably is going to come out at room temperature.
Yeah. Chef Julio Camberos Jr., thank you so much for being with us today. Oh, this is good. Give me a fork, everybody. Where's my fork? Hey, and thank you for joining us on this edition of What's in Season with Michael Marks. So we hope you had a good time. I know I did. And we will see you next time.